If you've been diagnosed with POTS, you've probably seen on the internet that there is kind of the two sides to the POTS story. One side is just complaining how difficult the illness is, and they're like doing these vlogs where they show their day in a life, just basically complaining about their symptoms and how difficult their life is now that they have POTS. And on the other side, you see people who like they show a before video where they like couldn't even walk for long periods of time. To them, like 3 years later, now they can go for a run, and they like in the clip you see them running. And so in today's video, we are going to be discussing what's the difference between these people. Because if you have POTS, you probably want to recover, okay? That's the presumption we're going with in this video. So if you want to recover, you obviously want to see what the people who don't recover do wrong and what the people who recover do right. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Oscar, and my mission on this channel is to help as many people as possible who have POTS as a person who has come a very long way on his POTS journey. By the way, if you want to know everything you need to know in order to recover from POTS, check out the first link in the description, and let's get back to the video. So when I thought about what's the difference between people who recover from POTS and who don't, I came with two main topics. And the first one is mindset. And I call this the like, are you a winner or are you a loser mindset? And the second thing is, do you take action or are you just not doing anything basically? So to explain the first one, are you a winner by loser? I phrased it in that way because I think it's like the best way to phrase it, but it's kind of a more like a, are you a victim? Do you have a victim mentality? Because obviously we can all acknowledge that you probably got POTS like me just randomly. You just got it and you were scared, you didn't even know what you had. So you're just wondering what is even going on, basically. And after you've been diagnosed, now you know what you have, and you're thinking to yourself, well, this is bullshit. Why do I have that shit? Trust me, I felt that way also. But the thing is, things happened in life. And I know this isn't what you want to hear, but things happen in life. But it doesn't matter what happens to you. What matters is what are the things you do after the fact. Okay, you need to take responsibility for your life. Even if it's not your fault that things happen to you, you are the one who has to take responsibility for it. And that's because no one else is gonna do it for you. Let's be real. Like, who can eat healthy for you? No one. Like, no one can eat healthy for you. You have to have the healthy food and eat it yourself. Okay, you can't have your mom eat healthy and then you get the benefits. It makes no sense. Okay? So you have to take responsibility, even though it might not be your fault. And that's where the victim mentality is so bad. Because the thing with victim mentality, right? It's technically a correct position to have. Like, it's a valid position to have. You are valid in having this victim mindset of like, why did this happen to me? I don't deserve this, you know? But the thing is, that's not gonna bring you any progress. Like, even though you're valid in feeling that, let's be honest here. If you just complain, you're not gonna progress at all. So you have to have this winner mentality, or like this, you have to be the captain, let's say. You have to be responsible. So whatever happens to you, you have to take responsibility for your current situation and then do whatever is the best move. Because it's your life, you're responsible for it. And the thing why I call this winner and loser mentality is because the winners have the mentality of doing or being responsible for their own lives. The losers only see what comes from the outside world and let that outside world dictate what happens in their lives. The next thing is very simple: action and inactivity. Basically, do you take action or are you inactive? If you have been diagnosed with POTS, you've been probably sold the lie that you just have to rest or you have to take it easy. I'd say recovering from POTS is pretty much the opposite. Like, you have to do as much as possible. And you might be thinking, okay, but I can't do shit, right? But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying get a job, go gym like every day. I'm saying do as much as possible. For example, right now, your daily limit might be a 5-minute walk. Do that. The thing is, right, I'm going to be completely honest here. Recovering from POTS, like the actions you have to take, it's not easy at all. And I'm gonna be honest, it's the worst and the most difficult in the start of your journey. Like, I remember when I used to, I'd have to charge up for a whole week to go outside for 1 hour. That's the level of thing I was doing. And currently I'm going to the gym every single day, basically. And why I say that you have to do stuff, right, is because POTS is basically just a system failure. Your nervous system has broken down. So you can imagine that your nervous system, which works normally in a way that when you stand up, your blood circulates maybe around 20 to 10, 10 to 20 beats per minute faster normally. When you have POTS, it's 30 or more beats per minute when you're standing up. Okay, your body thinks that you standing up is a threat to its survival. So it gives you the symptoms so that you stop standing. So obviously that whole system is broken. So how do you rebuild or fix a system? You don't do it by not doing anything, right? Because then the system is just gonna stay the same, broken. No, you have to build it up again. But the thing is, right, you never had to build this system up because it was natural. So that's why the whole thing is so difficult. But it's the same concept with POTS, like with the gym. You have to kind of push to failure over and over again. Like with POTS, the whole thing is about doing as much as possible, and with time being able to do more and more and more stuff until eventually your system is like normal, and you'll be able to live a normal life again. So, what I'd say is destroy the whole mindset that, for example, POTS, you can't recover from it, because you can. Okay? And destroy the whole thing that you only need to rest. You actually have to do stuff. Okay? However small that stuff be, everything is progress at this point. So if you've come this far in the video, you're probably interested in, recovering from POTS. If you want like a package where there's pretty much everything you need to know about POTS, check the first link in the description. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.